Hello Prime Coders, welcome back to Prime Coding channel. So in today's video, I will be covering 14th April 2025 Shift 2 solution. Now you may ask, what about Shift 1, Aditya? So Shift 1, I am still looking for exact question. I got tons of response from the candidate, but I am looking for exact question. So in the description below, if you are one of them or if you know one of them who wrote Shift 1 on 14th of April, please encourage him to fill the Google form which is pinned in the description below, or I will tag it into the comment section as well. Okay, your one contribution can help your peers or your upcoming juniors to build their career. So why to step back, isn't it? So in this particular video, I will be covering coding questions and solutions. Yes, and mind my words, this shift was totally unique. Why I said it is unique? In this video, I will let you know. So you're watching Prime Coding and I am Aditya Mishra. So before going forward, I want to tell you is, if you want this particular PPT which has question with solution in 3 of the languages and both questions with the executed link. If you click on this particular link which is there in this PPT, you will get on the website which is on leadcode.playground, and if you want to access the code, run the code, you can totally use it. You can just click on this particular dialog, you can change it to Java, Python, whatever you want to, and just run the code right away. So everything would be provided in the description below. Okay, you just need to head on my TopMate account and there I will show you in the last how you can take this particular note. Okay, so now write a program to check whether two strings are anagram of each other or not, or two strings are said to be anagram if they contain a same character with the same frequency but possibly is a different order. Print anagrams. So this is the main point of this particular question. If two strings are anagram, otherwise print not anagram. Okay, you can see silent and listen. Okay, they are anagram because I can see that L is repeating one time, S is repeating one time, I is repeating one time, E is repeating one time, N is repeating one time, and T is repeating one time. That's why it is anagram. And you can see ball and bell, E is not there in the ball and A is not there in the bell. That's why it is not an anagram. To solve this question, there are multiple approaches. So first approach that most of the candidates used is to sort two strings, like A dot sort is equivalent to B dot sort, which means two of the strings would be sorted. So what will happen is your array will, or I would say the string will be sorted in a lexicographical order. Okay, so let's say if it is D, C, then B, A, if you sort it, it becomes A, B, C, D. And let's say another permutation can be A, D, B, C. If you sort this again, it becomes A, B, C, D. So if you put if condition right there, you can find out whether it is anagram or not. So this is the very first method. Second method, to create hash map, of all the frequencies. Yes, just count all of the frequencies, store in any map or hash maps, and check with all of the occurrences. Clear? And third would be creating a frequency array of 26 length, because we all know there are 27 elements. From 0 to 26 there are 27 alphabets. So you can either create this and this. So typically this is very easy. That's why I have not wrote, because this is hardly of 3 lines of code. Okay, but I have discussed this particular approach because this approach will help you out any day. If these types of questions came into your interview, you can give this approach as an optimal approach as well. Okay, so now let's discuss. So first off, before going to it, string input are considered in lowercase format. So we got this feedback. It might be it is right or wrong, but if it is not in lowercase, what you can do is, then it would be sensitive. Okay, if let's say we have silent and in listen I have this one. Okay, this is not anagram because here we have small l and here I have capital L. So it is not an anagram, not an issue. So you will just return not anagram if this is not the case. But this question is already present on lead code, so we assume that most of the rules will resemble with the lead code question itself. Otherwise, if still they are capital, you can use two lower functions as well to convert your string into the lowercase. Okay, now without wasting much time, let's discuss about solution. Okay, so what solution state is, let's say you have created a frequency array. Okay, so give me a second, I just need to create a frequency array. Okay, so we have frequency array which is starting from 0, then we have 1, then we have 2, then we have 3, then we have 4, then we have 5, then we have 6, and it will go till 26. Okay, so we know that A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I can take an example of G, B, then we have C, then we have A as A string, and as a B string, let me take an example of A, G, C, B. You need to check this element is anagram or not, or I can say the combo of these two string is anagram or not. Okay, so how you can proceed with it? So you can create a frequency array of size 26, and you can find the index value of this particular character respectively, which is very easy. In Python you can use ORD, or in C++ you can directly convert it to int. A character can, you will have that particular ASCII value, so you can find this. So you will get the ASCII value of A, which around 66 I believe, and just subtract it with A. So 66, let's say I'm just assuming that the ASCII value of small a is 66, and this ASCII value of A is again ORD of A is 66. So you know the A character index would be 0. So whatever element you will get, you will calculate the ASCII value by subtracting with A and just mark it at a particular position. You got it? Okay. If you've not got, this dry run can help you out to think what is actually happening. Okay, so if you iterate on G, okay, for both of the string 1 and string 2 will maintain a single array. Okay, but the catch here is, when I will start iteration on my S1, I will see G first. So if I see G first, what I will do is I will find the respective ASCII value. So as I told, ORD of S1 of I minus A. So whatever I have, it will be giving me any ASCII values, or if you consider Python, it would be ORD. Otherwise, it makes sense in different languages. Okay, so after computation, you will get 6 as an index. You just need to fill 1. You just need to increment 1. In the initial phase, everyone was initialized as 0, 0, 0. So whatever you are getting in the runtime, just update it. Now G is done. Now you have B. So for B, I know the index value. I think you got the pattern how you will convert that particular character index. So you will get it. So for B, I will mark it as 1. For C, I will mark it as 1. For A, I will mark it as 1. Now what I will do is, when I will start my iteration on string 2, I will decrement the particular incrementation which we have created by traversing S1. Okay, pretty messy, not an issue. What I mean to say is, I will start iterate on my S2 all characters, and I will decrement it occurrence with my occurrence present in my frequency. What I mean to say is, let's say first position we are on A, so I will go on A and I will decrement it and it will make it as 0. I will go on G, I will decrement it and make it 0. I will go on C, I will decrement it. If it is there, yeah, it is there, so decrement it becomes 0. So B, decrement it and make it 0. Okay, so I can see that whatever thing we have accumulated in this frequency array, when I iterated on my S2, I have make everything as 0, which means which means your S1 has same occurrence as string 2, which means they are anagram. So this is the very easy approach. Otherwise we can use the sorting method. I believe this makes sense, and I will take you through the dry run, or I can say the code. Okay, so let me discuss about the Python. So Python states that if the length is not equivalent, which is an base case, or I can say the simple test case, we need to check that if the length is not equal, then definitely that number or that two strings won't be a anagram. Okay, I created a frequency array and I started iterated on any of the string, as I know that both S1 and S2 has same length, isn't it? So frequency ORD of string I minus ORD of A will give me the respective index, and frequency of string 2 minus ORD of A will decrement it at the same place. So whatever occurrence which we got from any of the point in S1, I will increment it in my frequency array, or whatever element I got in my S2, I will decrement in my frequency array. And the last, I will check that. First of all, I will iterate on my frequency, and anytime if I found that my count is not equivalent to 0, which means that particular string or the combo of string is not an anagram, otherwise it's an anagram. Okay, so you can see I'm just printing the same logic which I have explained. Okay, let's discuss about the Java code. So scanner sc string 1 sc dot next line, string 2 sc dot next line, took two inputs, check for the length. Now created an array of frequency of length 26. Now simply whatever element present in my S1 I will increment it, otherwise I will decrement it. Okay, whatever element I have in my S2. So if my count is not equivalent to 0, which means I have an element which is not repeated in S2 or S1, that's why the particular set of strings are not in anagram format. Okay, so printing it respectively. Similarly, in C++, we have the same thing, checking for the length, creating in the hash map, or I can say the vector int frequency 26, and defaultly initialize as 0. Then simply whatever character present in my S1, mark it as plus plus. Whatever character is present in my string 2, I just decrement by 1. Okay, so int count frequency, count is not equal to 0, which means it's not an anagram, otherwise it's an anagram. Okay, I already spoke about it. You can see the top mate account in my description below, or in the last I will be telling you how you can claim the discounts, and I bet you it will be cost you less than 10 rupees, and I think so 10 rupees is totally affordable for all of you, because our team are working day and night, and this is very true that without money they won't work, or isn't it? And I will be in office, there's very hard to maintain the things, that's why I need to have people. So I am only charging rupees 10 so that I can pay them something. Okay, so yes, I believe that will make sense. Yes, massive success rate, because you will be able to crack your TCS NQT exam 100%. If you able to solve one programming question also, you will crack the interview. Don't waste this chance. Okay, transform interview opportunity into an offer letter so that you can make your parents proud. Okay, and I will definitely make sure that you will make your parents proud, because we have real experts who cracked TCS, then Cognizant, then Capgemini, then Infosys, you name it, you will find those experts present in our team. Okay, so HR manager PEP would be there. So master behavior questions impress TCS interviewer. Actual interview simulation, it is just more than equivalent to 90 minutes. Will test you thoroughly on all of the aspects. It can be from communication and your resume questions, you name it, and it will be covered. And until unless your doubt has not been resolved, our mentor will not leave your session. Okay, so identify and fix your weaknesses. Like the resume review is also added here. So if you want to claim the mock interview so that you can test yourself whether you know whether you are a full fit for the TCS NQT interview, you are having, or you have a great opportunity to have mock interview with us, which is primecoding.in. Okay, question number 2, it is very easy, and it is a history. Okay, most of the shifts were typically kind of easy medium, but this shift, it come under I would say the easy one. Both of the questions resembles on an easy side. Okay, so given an integer and a list of integer, write a program to compute the standard deviation of numbers using formula. Okay, so in the question the formula was also there, as we got the feedback from the candidate. Okay, so 1 by n, which means 1. How you need to write the code, that thing I am explaining, although this is a very simple mathematic thing. So you need to solve this particular question in chunks. So 1 by n, which means this is the number of element, or I can say the size of element, which is already given by the question. So 1 by 5 can easily be done. And what is this? This is the summation. This is the summation of whatever you're submitting, which is x of I, which is current element. This is current element minus mean. So if you want to find mean, which is very easy, just cumulate the sum of all the array element divided by n, you will get the mean of that particular array. Okay, so mean is already being created. You just need to subtract the mean by every element present in the array, and in the last 1 by 5 into the answer which you got here, just square root of it. Okay, you can either use math dot power, or you can either in Python you can double asterisk of 2. Okay, I don't think so it will work. The yeah, power of 2 will also work. Otherwise, this function will make sense. Okay, or sqrt, yes, I remember now. In math dot sqrt of that particular number will find the square root of the particular equation that you want to. Okay, so we'll slowly discuss the solution in 3 of the languages. So yes, let's see in the Python first. So we have in element, we need to take element, then I took the input dot split dot array so that I can have the array element. Calculate the mean. Okay, sum of array by n, it will give you the respective mean. Now if you have mean, square difference sum, which means this. Okay, let me erase. So here what I am actually doing is, you remember we were having these particular situation, isn't it? The same thing is happening here, which is diff array of I, the current element, minus the mean that we have computed just now, and square difference sum, which means cumulate the sum. Why cumulate the sum? Because we have n and where I equals to 0. So cumulate the sum plus equivalence to difference, whatever difference that you got, because this is difference only. So by 2, which means the square root of it. Okay, so not square root, it's a square of it. Okay, so you got difference square. So whatever element you have got, because it is square, you can see this is the square. So yes, different dot square you got. Now standard deviation state that match dot sqrt different dot squared by n, whatever element you have, and you are done. Why n? Because as you can see, what we wrote here, we wrote 1 by 5, 1 by 5, isn't it? This is 1 by n, and this is difference that we have found. Okay, square difference sum. So yes, this task is done in Python. This task is done in Java as well. So we have string input line, sc.next line, string tokens, input line dot split, so that if we have spaces in between the numbers, we can put it into our respective array. So we have mentioned all of the array, accumulated the sum as well, so that I can find the mean. So double is equals to mean is this one. So if square difference is 0, iterate over all of the element, accumulate the sum and find the power of this, which is array of I minus mean of square. So if you got the square, mat.sqrt will give you the respective standard deviation and is printed till to decimal location. Similarly, C++ code makes sense very easily with the string line, get line, string stem. So string stem to iterate over the space separated numbers. So int array, just put all the array like all of the numbers into my array and accumulate the sum. At the same point, when I got the sum, I will get the mean equals to sum by n, so that I have the mean, square difference, iterate over the array, square difference, accumulate the square difference, power of array of I minus mean, comma 2. So double is equals to standard deviation, sqrt of square division by n. So cout is equals to fixed, set precision of 2, standard deviation, and end done. Okay, so this is the C++ code. And yes, if you want to play around with the code which I have just now shown to you, you can use this particular link, and the C++ code can easily be changed by Python, Java as per your favorite language. To redeem it, you can just redeem this particular PPT. And how you can do it is, so this is topme.io, where you can take referrals, guidance, mentorship from the people who are working in your dream company. Yes, they might be from Amazon, Google, Microsoft. You can take referrals in just 15 minutes, mock interview, service-based experts, and much more. Okay, so if you want to redeem the notes which I just now shown to you, you can come to here, which is most visited, click on my profile, and yes, you will come to here. Okay, so if you come from the link which is provided in the description, you can avail 20% discount on any purchase, not only on my profile, on any of the creator profile. Okay, so just come on TCS NQT resources. Okay, so where it is, yes, TCS NQT all shift coding question. Just click here, and yes, here I will be adding 14th April as well. 9th of April solution was just now uploaded here. Okay, just buy, click on package buy, you will get everything. Otherwise, if you want to claim a single one, you can claim that too. So for this, you just need to write in small letter. Okay, Aditya hyphen 20 coupon code is the coupon code of mine, which is one of the strongest coupon code available. Okay, so yes, just this one, click on apply, you will get 4 rupees discount, and in less than and it just less than the packet of Lays. Yes, 60 rupees, and you can claim the resources which I have uploaded for all of the TCS NQT Shift, and you can play in the playground as well. Let me show how the playground will look like. On the screen, as you can see, that the 14th of April Shift 2 solution, you just need to click on here. If you want to see the C++ solution, click on it, and if you see in the bottom, isn't it, stand in, so here stand in is there, just you can alter it if you want. Otherwise, if you don't want to alter it, just click on run, and you can see anagrams is coming up. Okay, so this is the playground that we have, so that you can interact with this code, make some changes, and enjoy. Okay, so everything which I have mentioned would be in the description below, so please check that out, avail it, support in your manner, like this video, share with your friends, and I will meet you with a new video soon.